Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey right here on CIH Media. Tonight, the varsity team in Division II is taking on the Inland Empire United Wolverines in a huge matchup as we get down toward the end of the regular season. So glad you could join us here on this Friday night from Irvine, California, everybody. My name is Eric Pesolano. Ryan Osborne is bringing you the sights and sounds behind the camera tonight. We're at rink number 3 here at Great Park Ice. This is the practice sheet for the Anaheim Ducks. So for Faith Lutheran, 2 games here this weekend. They're actually going to play Inland Empire United again tomorrow. That game will be over at Anaheim Ice. It's a 1 o'clock game. I'll be along for the ride with you for that one. So here we go tonight from Great Park Ice as the face-off is tapped around and out at center. For a moment, Trent Taruya had it. He sent it back into the Crusader zone to the point, held in here momentarily by Logan Berger. That one knocked away right out of the gate by Joe Bullock. And now there's a race for the puck down the far side. Here's Vogel. He tries to fire one, and that one's off target. It's rimmed around the wall, and it comes all the way out to center. Taria trying to track it down. Duchess has it. He'll play it up off the wall. Vogel's got it. He's got space again. This is twice in the last 10 seconds. Tries a wrap around, but he gets tangled up in the net, and it's flipped around the wall. Knighty's got it. He'll hold it in. He finds Duchess over inside the blue line. I mentioned this is the first of 2 matchups between the teams this season. Knighty lets that one go, and it's kicked away by the goaltender, Carson McDonald, who's in between the pipes tonight for the Wolverines. These are the only 2 matchups they'll have against one another. They play them back-to-back. Of course, lots of scheduling quirks here this season. Of course, with COVID postponements, reschedulings, and the like. This one goes into the middle. Knocked away off the tape of Peyton Hickson, and now here comes Darren Lingo. Fires one. There's a save by McDonald, and he paddled it aside. Got a little help from his defense as well to knock it away. Comes all the way down the other end, Liston with it. Flipped around the wall. Hickson gets hit into the corner. It's played around the wall. Big collision. And I think we're going to have a penalty here back behind the play. It looked like we're going to have a slash here. McGuire was drilled into the end boards initially. But instead, we're going to have a penalty the other way. This is on Peyton Hickson for Inland Empire. It's going to be slashing here in just the first minute, 39 seconds. Faith Lutheran starting it right here, out on the power play, but taken away off the draw by Cameron Lyons, and they swing it around and send it all the way down the length of the ice. The senior Joey Bullock will settle things down. Colton Flights sends things up ahead. Here is Duchess on the near side. Flights sends it up ahead looking for Knighty, but it's broken up and slapped away by Lowe. Flipped up toward the blue line. Here's Duchess battling against Taruya. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the opening period. Taruya shorthanded, comes away with it, brings it into the offensive zone. A couple of teammates next to him, but loses control of the puck. Campos trying to get it out to Knighty. He does, and it's 2 against 2 the other way. And defensively, Mason Java is able to knock it away. Collision back behind the net. Here's Edlin, who's got it for Faith Lutheran with just 45 to go here on the power play. Wire in the corner, couldn't hold on to it. We'll get a whistle here with 19 seconds to go on the power play. Here just 3.5 minutes into this opening period. Bring it all the way back down to the right of Bullock. Face-off win here for Inland Empire. Short-handed. Oh, that shot comes through and caught Bullock by surprise a little bit, but Xavier Bellegarde put it right on the target, and it was knocked away. Not a ton of shots here in this first period on net anyway, just 2-2. Only one on that power play for Faith Lutheran. The even contest here over the span of these first 4 minutes. Wolverines trying to get it up and out of the zone. They can't. Brandon Lingo holds it in. Looking to the point, and it's slapped away by Hickson. Comes up towards center, but then sent all the way back down the other end, and it'll be picked up by Andrew Botros. Here he comes towards center. Oh, hits a teammate in the back. A friendly fire hit Takumi Pastora. Duchess going to get there first for the Crusaders, with Pastora hot on his trail. Philip Herman down there as well for the Wolverines, and more help coming in with Jackson Duncan pinching in on the play, the Wolverine captain. Bardos here at the point. Oh, big hit here near side as Lingo gets laid down by Herman. And a big collision over in front of the Wolverine bench as Lyons goes down. Bodies slamming together as he and Liston came together, and another collision behind the net. Duchess looked like he was holding on to his head there just for a second as this one ends up in the side of the net. Bullock had to paddle it away. Duchess still holding on to the head a little bit, getting back up and into the play against Jackson Duncan. They collide, Liston with it, backhands it up the wall, held in by Lyons, who makes a move around Yeppies. And then we got a penalty over on that far wall. And it looks like we may have a cross-check coming up. Art Catano's got his hand up in the air. And Liston is going to go to the box here. And we'll see what the call is. It's going to be a high stick. So one penalty each way here in the first 5 minutes and 19 seconds.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Thanks.
So a little discussion here in between whistles. Just taking a second to go back off the ice. Now the officials having another chat here at center. Crusaders will substitute in the meantime. Edlin comes onto the ice for Duchess. They add a penalty here, is the question, as Art Catano comes over to have a word with the scorekeeper. So now Jacob Fellows comes into the box. And there's two Crusaders down there. I'm not entirely sure what the extra penalty is for. Do they get a double minor for that high stick, perhaps? Maybe there was some blood drawn on that play. Here's Taruya. He sends one up over the top of that crossbar. Taruya. Patros over the far side to Gang. Slide it over to Duncan on the backside. Or Berger, rather, excuse me, up top. Gang. Oh, boy, that's a rocket that goes up off the end boards, nearly up over the net. Sprawling for it was Bullock, and now in the middle, Taruya's shot. That one blocked down. That one looked like it maybe hit a leg of Henry Morgan. Taruya circles in front, deflected. It's loose in the crease, and that one skips by behind Bullock, who's got another save. Taruya in front, fires one, and Bullock holds on. A Crusader netminder coming up big here on this power play for Inland Empire. There's 10:44 to go here in this first period. They ended up calling a two separate penalties, so it's a 5-on-3 here for the Wolverines. Patros, backside for Gang. Mason taking a survey. Taruya, lots of room near side, shoots, tried to lift it up over the left shoulder, and Bullock said no again. Taruya, plenty of opportunities here in the first period. He is the team's leading scorer, 18 goals and 8 assists this year. Leads his team in goals far and away, 6 more than Bellegarde, the next closest Wolverine. He's actually 1 shy of the team assist lead. Tavian Ewan has 9. Lions with a shot, that one blocked out in traffic, trying a turnaround shot in front was Herman. Went off of a body. Bellegarde takes a hit from Flights, one of the bigger hitters in the league, or in this division at least. And then at the point, a little trouble with it for Matthew Bardos, and it comes out to center. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and these Crusaders have held up pretty well. McGuire trying to find it to slap it away. Gets a little help from Yepes, who goes around the wall near side. 8 seconds left. Lions, big hit, drilled down by Flights. Yepes will be able to clear away the rest of the time, and both fellows in Liston come out of the box. And the Crusaders are able to hold. We remain scoreless in what is a very important game in the regular season standings going forward as this rolls all the way on McDonald. Ian Fitz couldn't quite get there. Lots of all-stars on the ice here tonight between these two teams. Remember, 3 separate all-star brackets. You got the JV division, the varsity division, and the senior division. Your senior all-stars for Faith Lutheran are Colton Flights, Ian Fitz, and Joey Bullock. On the other side for Inland Empire, it's Logan Berger. The varsity all-stars, as McDonald makes a stop here, it's the Crusaders' 3rd shot. The varsity all-stars, Zayden Knighty from the Crusaders. On the other side for the Wolverines, Taruya, Loera, and Nathan Jansen, who's not in between the pipes tonight for the Wolverines, but did make that varsity all-star team. And then a couple of JV all-stars rostered who have played on these varsity squads. Bryce Alexander for Inland Empire and Josh Bullock for Faith Lutheran. All of those players headed to the all-star game. Congratulations. That is 10 all-stars between these two teams, 5 aside. They'll hit the ice at 5 Point Arena on Sunday, February 6th. Festivities kick off with the JV All-Star game at 11:30 in the morning here in Irvine. Ogle, 3rd time already in the period having some kind of a breakaway, and getting a glove on it was McDonald, who may have just gotten a thumb on it, and that's all he needed. Bringing it in is Pastora, working against a couple Crusaders, gets it to Gang, fires a shot, and it's blocked down by Brandon Lingo. Knighty, little bump on Herman as it goes back behind the net. Pastora again against Lingo. Eventually Knighty says we've had enough of this, and he'll send it the length of the ice for icing. So the clock stops with 7:53 to go here in the scoreless first period. And how important this game is in the standings in the regular season. Well, here's how it's going to shake out for the Crusaders. If they can win all of their remaining regular season games in regulation, they're going to win the regular season title in Varsity Division 2. Of course, it's a tall task, but that's just the math at present time. Now, that's all they have to do. If they just win those 6 in regulation, they win the division. Even though they're in 3rd place right now, it doesn't matter what everybody else does. And that's mostly due to the fact that Inland Empire, who's ahead of them, the next 2 games are against one another, including tonight. So that will prevent the Wolverines from getting points if the Crusaders can win the game in regulation. Another icing here against Faith Lutheran will bring it all the way back. That also includes Central Cathedral, who is also currently ahead of the Crusaders. But they're not ahead by a ton. They're only 3 points, they are 14 points ahead of Faith Lutheran. But here's the deal. They don't have if they lose any of those games to the Crusaders, they won't have enough games left to make that up. It sounds like a wide margin. In reality, it really isn't. Because that one is knocked away by Bullock in front. 18 available points left for the Crusaders, as this one will go for a third icing in the last minute and a half or so. But if you check the standings at ADHSHL.com, do the math, realize that Faith Lutheran plays Inland Empire and Central Cathedral a handful of times over the rest of the season, they could conceivably do this. It's possible. There's also the opportunity that some teams may not play the balance of their schedule or may not be able to get to the 18 total games due to reschedulings and things of that nature for this year. The fact of the matter, though, at this point in time is all eyes are on Central Cathedral. They are in the driver's seat. Because as much as Faith Lutheran can control their own destiny, the Jets control it even more, if that makes sense. All they would have to do is beat the Crusaders once. And that would put a stop to all that. Morgan, his shot, that one just off the glove. Didn't quite touch the glove, but just outside the glove of McDonald. Larson, by the way, 3.49 goals against average coming into the game tonight. He's split time with Jansen. They've played 8 apiece, this year. As Berger fires one toward the net, that one off target. Bullock on the other side, a 1.43 goals against average in his 7 appearances this year. 3 shutouts to his credit. And that's why he's an all-star. Simple as that. Pastora out here at neutral ice. Will send it in off of Lingo. Playing out to center. Yepes has it. Weave his way through traffic. Shoveled it toward the net, but it goes up over the top. To the point. McGuire. That one goes off a body in front. Knocked down by Bardos. Didn't see Yepes behind him. And that stops Wolverine progress through the neutral zone. Duncan knocked away by McGuire. Right in front of the Crusader bench. Another big collision over in the corner as the puck lay loose. Herman chops at it ahead. Wire turns around. Yepes, he's ridden down, taken away by Duncan. Bounces off a body. It came right back to Darren Lingo momentarily, but we got a penalty coming up here, and this one is going to go against Inland Empire United for a hook. You don't see a huge argument from Inland Empire as Takumi Pastora is going to come sit down for a pair. That's when you know you did it. You don't have a lot to say to the officials when you're skating on the way to the box. Taruya brings it in on side and shorthanded, and there's a shot that's blocked away by Bullock. He was hoping he didn't have to make a save while his team was on the power play, but sometimes it just happens that way. His gang weaving through traffic. He takes a shot from Flights as this one bounces off the near side wall. Taruya can't quite get it down into the Crusader zone, and Vitz gets into it against Bowden Loera. Loera, again, one of those varsity all-stars, 6 goals, 6 assists this year. The Wolverines, who currently sit in second place in Varsity Division 2. Now Taruya leading a break here. Gets it in front, and it bounces off the stick of Andrew Botros. Round chance in front, though. Bullock turned his head, but got the right pad on it anyway. 7 saves for Bullock here in this first period. Shots are 7-4 in favor of the Wolverines. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Vitz. Haven't heard much from Ian here early on. 8 goals, 4 assists this year. The leading scorer on the team in the goal category. And this one cleared away the length of the ice. by Loera before he goes off. Bellegarde, Berger, Bardos, and Lyons all on the ice defensively here for the Wolverines. Yepes, Darren Lingo, Liston, Brandon Lingo, and McGuire out there for Faith Lutheran with just 5 seconds left on the power play. 3 minutes to go in the opening period. One slips on by Lyons, and Pastora just out of the box is back there to pick it up. Otherwise, Cole Liston was looking to go the other way unabated. Yepes looking for some traffic, and there's blue sweaters everywhere. Pastora, that slips by him, pinching in, trying to hold the zone was Matthew Campos. He couldn't quite do it, and he will reset back to Henry Morgan. Intercepted by Berger. Senior gets around Campos, gets that shot away, and it might have skipped off the pad of Bullock. We'll give him 8 saves here in this first period. Centering pass. Hickson caught it in front. Berger with a shot into the chest of Bullock, who holds on. Boy, Peyton Hickson, with eyes in the back of her head, found that one right into the middle and on the tape. And Bullock standing in front, swallowed that one up in the torso. 9-9 tonight in between the pipes for Faith Lutheran. Crusader JV team played a little earlier tonight against Bishop Amat. Game you saw right here on CIH Media. 4-1 the final score there. Crusaders got the W. Junior varsity team of Faith Lutheran trying to march their way to the top of the Lincoln Conference standings now, just staring up at Los Alamitos and Jay Serra. As McLeod fires that one wide. You know, we had to wait an extra year to get the Crusaders into the league with the pandemic putting a pause to a lot of activities, but they get to come here for their first official season, and they're turning some heads. See what they can do at both varsity and JV when we hit the postseason here in just a few short weeks. Bellegarde racing in, coming out to meet him was Bullock, who makes another save. He's in double digits here in this first period. A minute to go. Colby Arnold back the other way, takes a shot from Herman, who picks it up. He's got Mason Java, his teammate, right next to him. Defensively, McGuire, hassled by Jackson Duncan, gets it away to Brandon Lingo. And they'll move things up ahead here to Lazaro Cabrera, who got in the offensive zone, but the Wolverines didn't let him stay there very long. There's Brandon Lingo again, but he turned it over in front. Here's a shot by Duncan, and again, Bullock right there to make the stop. Boy, just perfect positioning for Bullock throughout this entire first period. It looked like every time the Wolverines have an opportunity to maybe get that first tally of the night, and Bullock doesn't seem to move very much, is already in the right spot to make that save. Wolverines try to keep it in here and get that first tally of the night in the final half minute of the opening frame. Pastora around the linesman. Back behind the cage. Cabrera got it away to Morgan. And they don't go any further than that. Pastora can't touch it. He's offside. So 5 seconds left here in a wildly entertaining first period that so far has produced no goals and will not do so. And a hit and a little bit of a head wash there between Duncan and Campos after the buzzer. Duncan didn't like it, pointed up and said, "Hey, there's no time left. What do you hit me for?" 17 minutes in the books here in Irvine, California. Faith Lutheran, nothing. Inland Empire, nothing. You're watching Crusaders hockey right here on CIH Media. Welcome back to Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey here on CIH Media. We head to the second period. We are scoreless after one. Shots in that first period, 11-4 in favor of Inland Empire United. But once again, goaltenders real strong after those first 17 minutes. The first of two between these two teams this weekend. There are only two meetings of the regular season, and they are very, very important. Talked about the standings a few minutes ago. Right now, Faith Lutheran 12 points behind the Wolverines, but if they can sweep Inland Empire in these two games and win their final four after that, they could find themselves all the way up in that one seed if they can get some help from all opponents of Central Cathedral. Beach Cities only has 3 games left. They can get to 41, which would put them out of reach of the Crusaders as well, but you take a look at the schedule going forward the rest of the way, and the Crusaders do have one more against Beach Cities, so they could stop Beach Cities from getting to 41, keep them at 38. That would push the Crusaders, again, if they go unbeaten in regulation the rest of the way, put them 1 point ahead of Beach Cities, put them a few points ahead of Inland Empire United, and then they would just need Central Cathedral to lose a couple outside of the ones that they would need to beat the Jets in. So it's possible. It is very possible. A couple of reschedulings as well. Faith Lutheran actually going to end the regular season at home, as La Jolla Country Day is going to make the trip out to the desert, take on the Crusaders for the 2 final regular season meetings. We start the second period, 5-on-5. Berger in front. That one a little bit out of his reach. He'll play it off the wall, send it out there in front himself, and it was Vogel who just got a stick on it to knock it away. Race for the puck back the other direction. Here is Bardos getting there first with Nighty right behind him. Taruya, just a tap of the puck from his teammate. He takes it into the offensive zone, shoots that one off the blocker again of Bullock. He's 12 for 12 as that one goes up out of play. 1 minute, 4 seconds in. Big weekend for you here on CIH Media as well. Later tonight, matter of fact, they're probably just about getting underway. You can click over after this one's over and watch Central Cathedral take on Edison. That's a big Division II game. Crusader fans, you need a win from Edison there to help out the rest of the way. Tomorrow, we mentioned the Faith Lutheran Inland Empire United game at 1 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on CIH Media. I'm going to make the trek over to Anaheim for that one. Tomorrow night on CIH 1, Central Cathedral. Again, second game of the weekend for the Jets, takes on Santa Margarita at 4:10. Then we jump over to the LA Kings High School Hockey League at 4:10. Santa Barbara Burbank, East County Las Vegas at 7:15. And how about a Sunday matinee for you at 4 o'clock? Las Vegas takes on East County again in their doubleheader this weekend. So I know you Crusader fans are very well aware of the Las Vegas Storm program, as this one is fired wide of Xavier Bellegarde. And we'll have a couple of those Las Vegas Storm games for you here on the network this weekend if you want to click on over tomorrow and Sunday here on CIH Media. Mason Java had that one knocked away by Yepes out at center. Here's Herman. Now Darren Lingo with it, or Brandon Lingo rather. This one goes all the way up to Liston. Now he lost the puck though. Left it behind him. Yepes has to vacate the zone. And that one allows Java to play it out to center. Bellegarde knocked away by Darren Lingo. And then pinching in was Mason Gang. Bouncing puck. Played by Morgan. That one will come out to center. See if they can catch the Wolverines on a change here. They can't quite get it off the near side wall. Liston had trouble with it. Now Morgan battling against Pastora. Pastora breaking free. Got a little bit of room to shoot, but he lost the puck as that one just scoots away from him. Edlin tried to move it up to neutral ice. He got the job done. Wolverines, they'll put it back in. Pastora with Duncan moving in. There's a shot. Rebound backside. Duncan couldn't handle it. Bullock did make the initial save, though. Duncan goes down in the corner. Campos flips it over to Edlin. Loose puck. Here's Liston trying to outrace Gang for it. He can't and decides, oh, you know what, I'm going to go sit down then. And he goes off for a change. 3 minutes into this second period. Still looking for the first goal of this one. Good defensive battle between these two teams. Have had their chances offensively with the goaltenders standing tall. Herrera backhands one just coming in off the bench over to Fellows. And Fellows overskates the puck a little bit. Stuck over on the far boards, gets help from Flights, who sends it through traffic, and that one went off of a stick. I'm not sure if it was off the goaltender's shaft or if it was off the defender's stick. It went around the dasher here to the near side where Duchess will play it into the corner. It flipped up, not quite out. That's going to be a hand pass, so Duchess can't touch it. And he allows the Wolverines to do so, but I'm not entirely sure Botros actually got a stick on it. Arcatano called it a hand pass, and the Vegas faithful that have made the trip out here saying, hey, the Wolverine defender touched it. And I'm thinking he may not have actually made contact even though he swung at it. So it's a hand pass, and we'll bring it outside the zone. Has been telling Zayden Knighty to move to his right just a little bit. As his dad Shane looks on over on the bench, standing up on the bench looking on. Adam Miller, the head coach for the Crusaders, standing over there to his right. All in here, Taruya's got it, knocked off the stick. Brandon Lingo plays at the center. Vogel tried to tap it ahead here to Vitz. We're going to have a penalty coming up. A lot of bodies came together. This one's going to be against the Wolverines. Bullock goes off for the extra attacker. It's still loose. It hasn't been touched yet by the Wolverines, so no whistle. And there are 6 Crusaders out there. So Campos going to take a shot, but it's deflected, and Botros gets a hand on it, and we're going to get a penalty. So it's a kneeing call here against Andrew Botros. Just a 2-minute minor. Call comes at 4:22 as this one is sent in and held on to by McDonald. It's the first Crusader shot since the first period. And McDonald has no problems with that one. This is the third Faith Lutheran power play technically. The first one was a double minor. And they ended up having a 5-on-3, but that counts as 2 separate power plays, even though they happen concurrently. So this is their third, 0 for 2 so far. Excuse me, I take that back. That happened in reverse. Inland Empire had the 5-on-3, not Faith Lutheran. So this is the third individual power play for the Crusaders. It's Friday, everybody. Come on, give me a break. End of the work week. It happens sometimes. Taruya is going to get to this one as the pass to Yepes was out of his reach. It's cleared to center. Duchess is right over there. Lights. Crusader captain looking for somewhere to go. He's got nowhere to go. They'll go to Duchess in front of the Wolverine bench again. They're just having trouble getting it past center ice at this point. Loera with a nice stick, and that sprung Herman. He and Taruya go off 2-against-1 against Flights. He fires one he just got a piece of, and a backhander in toward Bullock. That one not on target, but Joey jumps on top of it, and he's able to sit down on his backside there and hold on. 49 seconds to go on the power play. 11:26 to go in the period. The Crusaders with some time left here. A couple more cracks at the can if they can get down into the offensive zone here on this power play. Vitz had it knocked away. It was ruled onside momentarily and then sent in, hit a skate at the blue line, but it never actually entered the zone, so they did not rule that one offside. Brandon Lingo's got to go get it here with 20 seconds left. Botros waiting to come out here in a quarter of a minute. Knighty in onside through the wickets. Try to get it to Vogel. A little bit too far out of the way, and then he is leveled in front by Bardos, and that gets everybody on the Vegas side a little boisterous as Vogel was drilled down to the ice. After that was covered up by McDonald. Well, the Crusaders going to take a little bit extra time here to get this change as there's 9 seconds left on the power play. Vogel's all right. He got up and went right to the bench. And then he came right back onto the ice, actually. He went over to chat with his teammates over there for a moment. He took the draw. He won it back. And it goes out to center. Loose in front. Oh, look at the effort there by Bellegarde falling down, try to backhand it toward the net, but off target. 5-on-5 again. Botros back out there, right on cue. He's got it. Backhands toward the half wall. Knighty tries to get it. Can't pull it away from Gang. Morgan. Backhanded up to Knighty. Close. Flips it ahead to Knighty. They're onside. Vitz right to his left. He'll skate down. Looks in front. Held on to it. Looking for some help. He's got flights at the point. Colton holds it in. Sends it through. Vitz catches it. Finds Edlin in front, but it's too strong for him. In the corner, Lyons takes it away defensively. Slams on the brakes. Tries to find somewhere to go with it. One comes up out to center, chopped up in the air. McGuire goes back to pick it up with 9.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Neither team on the board yet. Edlin gonna let that one go. That one skips just off the outside of the cage. They've been kicked at by McDonald, but looked like it was off target anyway. Up off the wall, too long for Pastoro. We get an icing call here with 9:16 to go in this second period. We keep mentioning how this game is scoreless, which is a sight to be seen between these two teams. Faith Lutheran has scored exactly 3 goals in each of their last 4 games. We're going to try to keep that streak going. On the other side for Inland Empire United, they only scored 1 in their game on Wednesday against Beach Cities. It was a 4-1 loss that they suffered. It actually snapped a 3-game win streak. Prior to that, during their 3-game win streak, they scored 25 total goals over 3 games, 10, 9, and 6 in those 3 wins. Taken away by Fellows. He shoots and lifts it up over the crossbar. And it comes over to the near side. In front all by himself, Fellows again, and that one knocked away by McDonald. Penalty coming up here as Brandon Lingo, I think, is going to get called for a trip. And they're going to bring Lingo over to the box here, and that'll give Inland Empire their 3rd power play of the game. We'll see if it's going to be a trip. They're going to call it a rough. The penalty comes at 8:10 of the second period. Now, earlier it was 3 against 5 for the Crusaders, and they were able to kill it all off. And that immediately made the Wolverines 0 for 2 on the power play, so they'll try to change their fortunes here. This one comes in off of flights. Berger was in the area too. Here's Botros after his shot was just blocked. Past the halfway point of regulation. In the first quarter of this power play, it's Taruya. Berger tried to sell it with a foot, pinballed off of both of his skates, and he finds it against the wall. To Gang and then back again. This shot comes in wide of the net. He kept it ice level. Maybe looking for a backdoor shovel by Botros. It comes all the way down the other end. Here's Taruya around Yepes. With Lingo, that was Darren that he beat. And Flights with a huge hit into the end boards, and it comes around the wall to Gang up top. Mason. We'll go over to that far side. Up top here, Botros. He shoots, and that one goes off a glove. And then it ends up behind the goaltender, Bullock, and he kept it out. And then one of the Crusaders had to pull a Wolverine off of Bullock, who got landed on top of. And now a wrestling match has broken out in front of the crease, and officials trying to separate. Hands on both benches going up in the air, saying, what's going on? Bullock is down. He's getting up, and he needs a minute as Yepes makes sure his goaltender is okay. We're going to get a penalty here on McGuire out front. Flights is going to sit down too, and then on the other side, Loera will come to the box. So we'll await the calls here, but they're going to, of course, give Bullock as much time as he needs. Shane Knighty giving a check to his goaltender. They haven't called for a medic yet. At least I haven't seen one come out. On the other side, Flights sits down also. Talked about that. And so did McGuire. Bullock is back up and skating around. He gets a nice stick tap from both benches. The penalties come at 9:13.
On the goalie? They are? Yeah, wait.
They haven't logged the penalties yet, so I'm not exactly sure what has been assessed, but Flights and Lingo are getting a talking to. The head referee letting Flights know what exactly is going on. I'm sure the explanation to the scorekeeper might have taken a minute, and by the time they get it logged in, we'll know. They didn't use their hand signals to indicate what the penalties were. You look up at the scoreboard, they have Lingo's original penalty with 58 seconds left, and then McGuire has a 2-minute penalty up there also, which would lead you to believe that Flights and Loera's penalties will wash each other. That would ultimately, in the end, give Inland Empire a 5-on-3 again for about 58 seconds. Tano, one of the referees, talking to Adam Miller over on the bench, try to figure out everything that's going on, let him know what the deal is. The question is it 5-on-3? Is it 4-on-3? Looks like there's 5 Wolverines out on the ice. So then Campos, Yepes, and Morgan will be the 3 for Faith Lutheran. So McGuire and Flights looks like they were both given roughing calls. Haven't seen Loera's call yet. I'd imagine it'll be the same. This shot comes through and it's kicked away by Bullock. He's got 3 saves this period, 14 total in the game. But it's the second 5-on-3 for the Wolverines. This one goes off a couple sticks, and Campos knocks it down. He'll get rid of it the length of the ice. Taruya starting back up from his own end. He skates around Fellows. He wants to get this shot away, it looks like, between 2 defenders, and it goes off a skate. Taruya can't get it to go through. Bullock will cover it up off the end wall. And the clock stops with 7:04 to go, and then we're going to have an offensive zone penalty here. Taruya gets called for slashing after the whistle, as he went in after that rebound was corralled. So we'll come back down the other end because of the offensive zone penalty. It's now 4-on-3, which will eventually lead to a Faith Lutheran power play in about 1:17 seconds. So we're 4-on-3 for a quarter of a minute. And here's Gang coming from his own end. There is a lot of empty space out there with 3 less players. And Lingo back out on the ice. We're now 4-on-4. So the first power play over. Atros, that one, oh no, knocked away in midair by Lingo off his glove, but then it hit like the shoulders of Bullock and then went wide. Backhand try in traffic here by Bellegarde. Is this one that may have skipped off somebody off the bench over there? or might actually have hit the black pad that separates the benches. That is out of play. That'll draw the whistle, and they'll drop the puck inside the Faith Lutheran end. 36 to go on the 4-on-4. And then after that, there's going to be a little less than a minute and 44 seconds worth of power play time for the Crusaders, which it'll be their fourth. They never did log that Loera penalty in the scorebook. Still probably working on it. As that one deflects, bounces oddly, and somehow Bullock got his left leg on it. My goodness, what a save by Joey Bullock. He needed all 5 toes to keep that one out, but he got it done and covered up that rebound. So we've had a ton of action in this one over the first period and a half plus, but not a single tally on the board. And Vogel will take the draw. Chopped at, and Duchess with it. Vitz tries to skip around. One of the Wolverines can't quite get there. Now Duchess has it. Just a few ticks left in the 4-on-4, and then McGuire's able to vacate. Here he comes. Now it's a Crusader power play. McGuire wants to go straight to the bench. This one goes up out of play, and that'll save him some time. Might have been deflected there by a Wolverine stick. That could keep this an offensive zone draw here for Faith Lutheran with 36 seconds on this power play.
Go, Faith!
The Loera penalty, by the way, has been logged finally. It was cross-checking at 9:13.
Give it to him. Just keep at it. They're trying to let him play with 6.
So both teams have had 4 power plays now in this game. Neither team has been able to break through just yet. 23 to go on the power play. That one knocked down by a stick in midair, but ended up off target. Vitz behind the net, trying to get it to Vogel in the slot. Bounces away to 90. Lingo sends it through, and that one, Vogel couldn't get a stick on it either as it ends up in the corner. Campos, did he hold the zone? Didn't matter, got knocked away on the pass attempt as Duncan got it to center. Penalty is over to Loera. We are 5-on-5 for the first time in a while. 5 minutes left here in the second period. Still scoreless between the Crusaders and Wolverines. Big Division II matchup here. Flips it around the wall. He and Duncan get tangled up behind the play. Separate. Duncan goes after Vogel, who's the puck carrier. And Brandon Lingo keeping a watchful eye. Lingo looking for a little bit of help. He'll send it around the dasher. Vogel gets just a piece of it. Vitz has it. They'll lay loose right around center where Knighty picks it up. Knighty around Berger. Can't get around Lyons, though. Has to go to the corner. To the point he tries, and Taruya there to intercept. Brent Taruya in the offensive zone. Good stick by Yepes to stop that progress. Vitz turns on the Jets 2 against 2, but he whiffs on the shot. Yepes there to pick him up from behind. Can't quite get to it. Lyons sends it around the glass. Pastura can't get it out. Pastura can't clear. Liston has it. And he'll spin off of Lyons, gets it in front, shoots, and that one skips just wide as McDonald got just a little piece.
Good try, Cole. There you go, to the net.
Underneath, Darren Lingo couldn't get it by Cameron Lyons again, who's had a fine game defensively for Inland Empire. Lingo gets to it, spins off the wall, shoots just wide. Aiming for that far post as Morgan pinches in.
Good shift, boys, good shift.
Taken here by Taruya, he'll clear it out. Yepes knocks it down at center. Got Liston to his right. Knocked away to Morgan at center. Morgan shoots, and a save by McDonald, who was guarding that near side post.
Body.
Far wall, race for it. Bellegarde chopped off his tape. Morgan knocked it right to Herman. Herman, though, sent it too far out in front of himself, and Pastora has it at center. Nearly too many men for Inland Empire. Or maybe they did get it. There's a penalty coming up here, and it's touched up by Herman. And we'll see what the call is, as Art Catano was the one who had it. Did he catch them with too many men? It happened so quickly that they didn't blow the whistle initially because it didn't really give them an advantage, but it was still too many men on the ice. So we'll see what the call is here. Can read lips, and I'm not great at it. I think Arcatano said too many men on the ice, so it'll be a penalty here at 14:25. Power play number 5 for Faith Lutheran. Teams are combined 0 for 8 on the power play so far, 0 for 4 each way. Something's got to give eventually, right? Well, you'd think so. Doesn't have to, but you'd think so. The way they're flying up and down the ice. There's Taruya coming in shorthanded, shoots, and Bullock another save. Well, he has at least 3 or 4 saves shorthanded, or while his team is on the power play, rather, here in this game tonight as the first quarter of a minute expires. A quarter of a power play, expires. First half minute is gone. Taruya takes it away again, slides in front. He shoots. That one knocked away in front. And reaching forward, Bullock, and he will gather in that loose puck. And he now has 17 saves in this game. 11 in the first period and 6 here in the second. And he's got a $1:49 to go in this second period. Minute 15 to go on the power play. It's been entertaining. You don't see a ton of scoreless games that are this exciting, but that's what we got here tonight in Irvine. Glad you could join us from wherever you may be. Oh, it's Friday night. Tough to get out here if you're Inland Empire. Thanks for logging on and watching if you're doing so. And, of course, for our friends out in the desert in Summerlin, Nevada. We're unable to make this trip out. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. It's been fun so far. Gross. Can't get away from 90. Here's Vitz. Vogel tries to spin it into the middle. Nobody's home. Out of the final 35 of this power play. Vogel tries to tip it ahead. Herman comes in and runs over 90. 90 takes a slap at him in the skates, and Vitz up the slot by himself. Batros, good recovery to knock it away. Gang gets run over by Vogel. Shipped out to center. Duchess is going to get there first. 10 seconds left on the power play. Let's see if they can get one more chance. Vogel's got to vacate the zone. Does. Here's 90. 3 seconds and 2. Power play is over. Vogel has it knocked away. Campos backhands to Vitz, and a big hit by Herman. That's going to be an interference call as Vogel launches over the crossbar. Shoveled back in front. It's loose. The Wolverines touch it. And the Crusaders are going right back onto the power play. I think they're going to go one each way now, are they? Or is he pointing? I'm not entirely sure. It looked like the referee pointed at 90 after the play was over, but this is against the Wolverines for charging. That's 2 and 10. So that's Herman going to sit down for a while here. So a late period charging call. Oh, I think Herman may have said the magic word. I may have some headphones on, but I think he might have used some select language there, and that may have cost him another 2 minutes at least. So they gave him another 2. So this is a double minor now. So with just 24 seconds left in the period, see what they can do here. It's going to be 5-on-4 for 4 minutes. One up the middle here with just a couple of ticks left. Here's a shot at the end of the period, touched by Yepes with a high stick. It doesn't matter, the period comes to a close. And we're going to go to the third period scoreless with Faith Lutheran with 3.5 minutes left of power play time. No score between the Crusaders and Wolverines. You're watching Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey right here on CIH Media. And welcome back to Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey here on CIH Media. We go to the third period. It's been a wild one here tonight in Irvine. Tons of penalties, tons of power plays. However, not a single goal. It's still nothing after 34 minutes. For Faith Lutheran, they have 3 minutes and 37 seconds worth of power play time to begin this third period, so plenty of opportunity as they are technically on their 6th and 7th power plays here back-to-back. After the charging call against Herman, and then he was given a misconduct on top of that, so that was a 4-minute double minor. The other thing Herman's got to be careful of now, as he's going to be able to come back into the game probably with around 17 and a half minutes left or so. With about 5.5 minutes left or so, that if he picks up one more penalty in those 5.5 minutes, that is a game misconduct. Remember, the threshold now is 4 penalties in a game. If you get 4 in a game, it's an automatic game misconduct and a 1-game suspension. So he's going to be careful when he comes back out here. As many penalties have been on the board here tonight, he is the only one who has committed more than 1 penalty. All the other ones have been individual one-offs. So here we go as we begin the third. I don't want to say next goal wins, but it certainly feels like that here tonight. But you get the feeling that if one team scores, the other one's going to as well, the way this game has been going. So sit back, enjoy this one here on your Friday night. We'll take you into the weekend. And then, we get to watch these two teams do it again tomorrow afternoon. Loera trying to get it out of harm's way. He'll send it off the wall up to Bellegarde. He'll bring it in, and he finds Loera in by himself, shorthanded, shoots, and a save by Bullock. Oh, and again, Joey Bullock getting a right pad on it. 6 shots to 4 in favor of the Wolverines after that second period. The totals in the game are 17-8, now 18-8 in favor of the Wolverines. But Joey Bullock has had a night. Maybe the best player on the ice here in these first now 35 minutes of gameplay. Brandon Lingo got a man on. He's going to try to send Vitz. He's got it after Taruya got a piece of it, and then he's sandwiched, and Trent takes it away. 2:50 to go. It's 2-5-0 on the power play. Here to the near side, it's Bellegarde. Takes a look as his team's changed, and he tells him, take as long as you'd like. I'm going to kill as much time as I can. Taruya falls down. Knighty couldn't get to it before it was cleared out. Now here's Vogel and McGuire playing with it in their own end. They'll get it ahead to Knighty. Zayden. It's hit by Taruya nearly onto the Wolverine bench as Lyons picks it up over on that far corner. Out of the reach of Lingo as it's cleared out by Bellegarde. Bullock will settle for McGuire. One's too far for everyone. That's going to be icing with 2:03 left on the power play and 15:01 left in regulation. So you figure after the drop of the puck here, that's pretty much going to kill off that first 2 minutes worth of power play time for the Crusaders, and they'll get one more opportunity. First 2 minutes have expired. but nobody can leave the box right now. There should be somebody serving the other portion of the penalty for Herman. I don't see anybody down there. I don't even see Herman, to be honest with you. Oh, Pastora is down there. I don't see Herman in the box. I don't know if they gave him the gate. He only had 3 penalties. And he can come back in the game, or maybe he's just sitting back in the box and I can't see him. So Pastora will come back in a minute and a half. Duncan. Slotted it up and got it out of harm's way, and now do some work in the defensive end. Atros. Campos. Is to find Darren Lingo. Can he get away? He can. Can he get a shot off? He's pulled down. And that should be a hooking call here. And it will be against the Wolverines. And they're going to go. Now, this is interesting here. This is going to be a 2-man advantage for 45 seconds. As Batros comes to the box, it's his second penalty of the game. So now, for the first time, Faith Lutheran will get a 2-man advantage. And Adam Miller wants to talk it over. He's going to take his time out here. Just 3¼ minutes into this third period. Trying to find that first goal of the game for either team. So the Crusaders want to talk this over. Don't forget, if you want to watch this game again, you can sign up at cih-media.com/premium. Become a premium member and get access to every game we've ever covered here in the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League and for the Faith Lutheran Crusaders when they've come out here to Southern California. 2 separate archives for those 2 entities. If it is a game that we title Faith Lutheran Crusaders Hockey, you'll go to the Faith Lutheran Crusaders Hockey Archive. If it's an ADHSHL game, you'll go to the ADHSHL archive. Basically, the shield that's just to the right of the scoreboard on your screen, whatever shield is showing there, that's the archive you're going to go to. So it's all yours with a premium membership at cih-media.com/premium. $10 a month, $75 a year, your choice. Cancel anytime. You'll get all those games and go back and watch them again. This has been a classic. You might want to watch this one again later. And then they get to run it back tomorrow at Anaheim Ice. Oh, boy. I'll be out there for that one as well. Yeppies along the wall. Darren Lingo here. 18 to go on the 5-on-3. Maybe the best opportunity tonight for the Crusaders with 2 extra men for the first time. Duchess over to Flight. He's got a bomb. He's going to let it go to save by McDonald as it rolls up into his chest. First shot of the third period for the Crusaders. Both teams have one. First save McDonald's made in a while. I think the Crusaders had a shot on goal maybe 5 minutes into that second period, and they haven't had one since just now. Lots of shots over the net. Commissioner Matt Blanchard came over to stop by, take a look at the shot totals. He said, kind of look on his face like, wow, that's low. There's been a lot of shots. There just hasn't been a ton on net. 18-9 are the shots on goal so far in this one. It has been pointed out to me that Herman is, in fact, in the penalty box. He must have been hiding down there, or maybe he went back and had an equipment change or something. Or maybe he was just leaning back against the wall, but nobody could see him down there. And now we have a chat between the referees. Should be a 5-on-3, and it is. I don't know what the discussion was about, but either way, looks like we're good to go. Yeppies takes the draw against Loera. Loera wins it back. Here's Gang. Herman's penalty is over, so Pastor will come out of the box. He was serving the minors. Herman's got to stay in for another 10 minutes, so he can come back with a little under 3 minutes left here in the third period. Look out here, Taruya ahead of Duchess, in by himself to the backhander. He scores! Trent Taruya breaks away from the pack. He backhands one home. There's your first goal of the night. Of course, it's shorthanded. 1-0 Wolverines. Comes at the 4:25 mark of the third. Lead pass off the wall, right to Taruya. We have our first tally of the night with 12.5 minutes left in the third period. Loera with that initial pass to Berger, who stretched out the ice for his teammate wearing number 10. Big top line comes through again. 19th goal of the year for Taruya. For Berger, he's got 6 assists. Loera now with 7. This one goes for icing the other way with just 15 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Crusaders need a goal here to even it up, but also avoid starting 0 for 8 on the power play here tonight. McDonald's given up 4 power play goals all season. As a team, that's all the Wolverines have allowed. They've been pretty good. On the other side, 4 shorthanded goals. Now 5 shorthanded goals allowed by Crusader goaltending. Botros out of the box. We're 5-on-5. Crusaders now 0 for 8 on the power play. Olbiabele had to get it in front. Couldn't do it as it came out to center. Here's Botros. Looking for a shot through the wickets of Morgan. Couldn't get it there. It hit Henry, and now Campos has it. Carlos slips one. A shot wide of the net by Abele. We are down to the final 11 minutes of regulation. Heck of a contest tonight between the Wolverines and Crusaders. Where they sit in the standings, and if the bracket plays out, you could see, if it plays out with the better seeds winning, could see these two teams play again, not just tomorrow, but in the playoffs as well. A shot wide by Bellegarde as it comes around to Berger. Bellegarde and Arnold with a big collision as Hickson tried to wrap around in front. A little spinorama shot that was off target. Java racing after his fellows gets there first. They'll get it away to Edlin, who shoots one toward the net. McDonald with a stop. 2 shots apiece here in this third period. This one came out back in. The offside. Excuse me, rather high stick, and they'll bring it all the way back the other way. 10-11 left in regulation. Knocked down in traffic. Crusaders trying to flip it out and make it a foot race. McLeod ain't going to get there, though, as Gang has it first. In front, Arnold, can he get to a backhand? Now trying to bring it to a forehand. Too many Wolverines there, 3 of them. All up in his grill, and they'll come back the other direction. Here's Pastora. McGuire. Flights. loud. Oh, he tried to play it. Thought Edlin was coming back from behind. It was Berger, though. And he intercepted. Turned over at center. And look at this. Duncan trying to slide down to get onside. Almost took out Gang, who was trying to bring it in onside. Berger chips ahead. Duchess gets there first. Lingo's stick. And the cage as that clock ticks down toward the halfway point of this third period. Korea chips it up ahead now, cross ice to Bellegarde. That one comes out. Shane Knighty wanted offside. He didn't get the call. He had his arm up on the bench. Taruya, room to shoot. That one goes off the leg of Brandon Lingo. Duchess cannot get that one around Duncan. Centers one, it's loose, and another kick save, that time by Bullock. Aaron Lingo up ahead. Here's Yepes in between all those blue sweaters. And Lingo runs into his teammate Cole Liston. Gang up the slot, leaves it for Bellegarde. He gets it free, he shoots. That one rings off the post. On the near side, the greatest sound that Bullock's heard all night is this one is laying loose in front. Duchess trying to sweep it into Bullock to let him cover. He finally does. And we get a whistle with 7:54 to go. Again, more action for you on CIH Media tonight. After this one's over, if you want to click over, watch Central Cathedral take on Edison. That game started about an hour ago. You might have a little time left once this one is done. Crusaders take on the Wolverines again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll be over in Anaheim. Central Cathedral, Santa Margarita tomorrow at 4:10, a Division II game. LA Kings High School Hockey League the rest of the night tomorrow, 4:10. It's Santa Barbara and Burbank, East County and Las Vegas at 7:15. And then Sunday, Las Vegas, East County again, as this one is knocked in from the far side, and the Wolverines get another. And they celebrate in that far face-off circle as it's Bowden Loera this time who gets the goal. So he's got a goal and an assist, and it's 2-0 here with 7:43 to go. The Las Vegas East County game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Or, excuse me, on Sunday is at 4 p.m. here on CIH1. So Bellegarde and Berger will be given the assist. That's 2 helpers now for Berger. A little over 7 minutes left now. The Crusaders are facing that clock. They got to get to work. Just 10 shots on goal here tonight. 4 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 here in the third. They want to keep that trend of 4 going. The next 2 better go in. Knocked away by Bellegarde, was looking for Hickson up the slot. Peyton comes in, she's got it in the corner. Finds Taruya, bouncing puck, and that one rolled off the stick, and now Hickson with a chance, it's loose in front. Bullock made the save, and on the backside, Bellegarde couldn't quite get it home. Lions. Behind the net, plays it off the boards. We're going to have a penalty behind the play on Lions as Vogel is laid out. Then Knighty with a hit on Hickson. And then coming in Batros with a hit on Knighty. And we'll see how many calls there's going to be on this one. Probably just one. They're going to go after Vogel here. He was the one who got hit. I don't think he was the one who did the hitting. Boy, it looked like Lyons was the one who came in and hit Vogel behind the play. They're going to go with roughing on Vogel. This penalty will come at 10:36, and that one's tough to swallow. They also blew the whistle when the Wolverines touched the puck. And now there's going to be a discussion, and Duchess is going to come over and say, hey, whoa, what's going on here? Adam Miller wants to know what's going on, too. He's saying, hey, if the Wolverines touched the puck, how did we get a penalty? As a matter of fact, when Vogel got hit, I thought behind the play on the other end, it looked like Bullock was getting ready to go to the bench. It's an Inland Empire power play here with 6:24 to go. So either way, and now we got a penalty behind the play as Duchess gets his stick knocked out of his hand. Loera's going to get a slash. That's going to be his second penalty. Well, they're going to call it interference. 2 minutes is 2 minutes is 2 minutes, I guess. So that's the end of that power play. And if we get to that point, it'll be the 9th Faith Lutheran power play. It's only going to last 13 seconds. If we get that far, we'll see what happens here over the next $1:47. It's led a raced power play number 5 for the Wolverines. There's Flights. He launches one, and McDonald got a piece of it. It was going high anyway. Taruya and Knighty run into each other at the blue line. Taruya puts his hand up. He wanted a call and not going to get it. It's lost it off Taruya's skate. Flights with a shot from distance. Donald settled it down. He wanted to keep the play going. That's the third Crusader shot of the period. We're 4-on-4 for the next minute 7. What has just been an odd hockey game here tonight in Irvine. Maybe a not so odd game over in Anaheim. Ducks with a 4-0 lead over Tampa Bay right now. And without their head coach, Dallas Aikens, who is out due to COVID protocols, as that one comes in and blocked down by Bullock. He stopped 4 of 6 here in this third period. Lights ahead to Yepes. Half a minute to go in the 4-on-4 before the Crusaders get an abbreviated power play. Brought in by Darren Lingos. He's knocked down by Taruya, and Java has it. Yepes trying to battle with the stick to take it away. Almost got the job done, and then Berger came and helped out. Lingo, though, took it away from Bardos. Duchess. Couple ticks left. As Vogel's out of the box now. The shot comes through. It's redirected a couple times and off target. 5 seconds left on the power play for Faith Lutheran. Lingo lets it go, but into the far corner. And now Loera out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 again. And it goes over a couple sticks. Loera and Lingo. That was Brandon. With 4 minutes left in this third period. Montrose got slammed by Yepes here on the near board. It kept the play in the offensive zone for the Crusaders. Gang run over by Vogel. Played a very physical game here tonight. Started off great offensively, did Vogel, breaking into some space, having a few chances, but unable to beat Carson McDonald. A couple or so opportunities he had. Liston's slow to get up. He's hunched over as he goes to the bench. Yepes and Botros come together with 3:15 to go. Yepes, his shot blocked away by Gang, and he snapped his stick in half. Hopefully he's got another backup one that he got for Christmas. As this one goes into the corner. And it's centered. Abele. Knocked away, and Hickson will just shovel to center, and now Wolverines just trying to kill time. Up 2 goals here with 2:45 to play. Crusaders have used their timeout as well. Remember, they took it when they had the 5-on-3. They failed to score subsequently. Fellows can't get away from Botros, who's had a nice game defensively. Lights to traffic, glove down, no traffic. Immediately in front of McDonald, a little bit halfway toward the point, but he was able to see it all the way. He gloves it down, no problem. And there's the fourth shot of the period for the Crusaders, who now have 4 in each period. Don't forget, sign up for a premium membership at cih-media.com/premium. Watch this one again, as well as every other game we've ever covered in the ADHSHL and for Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey here on the network. $10 a month or $75 for the entire year. You get access to what is now almost 200 games over the last year and a half or so. Number is increasingly climbing as we speak. Games between the ADHSHL, the LAK-HSHL. Had some Orange Lutheran sports in there as well. Got a lacrosse game into our repertoire. Had every week during this hockey season. Playoffs just around the corner. The ADHSHL All-Star Games coming your way February 6th. That's a Sunday, beginning at 11:30 a.m. See your All-Stars who are on the ice here tonight take part in those festivities in a few weeks as we have a whistle. I don't see any arms up, though. Players have some words, a little pushing and shoving. And I think we have a player down here on the near side as Adam Miller comes over, and they are calling for help immediately as Connor McLeod is down. Colton Flights was signaling to Adam Miller immediately to get somebody over here. He's got his head in his hands. He's moving around. That's a good sign. Looks like the medic is coming over bench side. Come take a look at Connor McLeod. And now Edlin is going to help the medic over on the ice to make sure they take a look. Yeah, McLeod, make sure he's okay. Looks like he's up. But they're going to go, they might go down the tunnel here on the near side to have a chat. Edlin telling the medic exactly what he saw, help out with the diagnosis. So 91 seconds left here. It's 2-0 Wolverines. Hopefully Connor's okay as he'll be looked at down in the tunnel. Faith Lutheran wants a head contact penalty. The referees are discussing. Didn't see any hands go up when the whistle was blown. They blew it dead for McLeod being down on the ice. Things got a bit chippy here in this second period. Lots of big hits, lots of penalties called. Frustrations boiling over on both sides. They'll drop the puck right in front of us here at center ice, just outside the blue line. These two teams are going to do it all over again tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Anaheim Ice. Berger and Vogel in the draw. Berger won it. It'll come over to Duchess, and he tries to play it off the wall over to Vitz. Call that one icing. And Vogel again. They'll renew their face-off rivalry here within 9-second span again. Duchess has it. After Vogel won it this time around, Vitz is actually still plenty of time in this one, believe it or not. And racing to the bench is Bullock. The Crusaders go with the empty net here with a minute to go. All in the corner. Taken away momentarily by Bardos, but then Knighty was able to strip him of it as they go back behind the net, 3/4 of a minute to play. Loose at center. Duchess plays it back to Flights. Extra attacker on here for the Crusaders, down a pair with a half a minute left. The net looked like it may have come loose. And now this one sent the length. We'll get an icing call with 28.4 to go. Remember, Crusaders have already used their timeout. They did so earlier on this period. Near the start of the period, as a matter of fact, about 3¼ minutes in, when they had an abbreviated 5-on-3. Shot through traffic. Oh, that one knocked down by Java, but he got bitten on that one as it came up. We'll get another icing call here. 20.1 to go. Well, we know they're going to meet again tomorrow. When you take a look at the road ahead beyond that, Friday, February 4th, Faith Lutheran back out here to take on Beach Cities. They'll see Central Cathedral the following day. And then they'll have those 2 final home games against La Jolla Country Day. Flights keeps it in. Only 10 seconds left as Lingo gets one on target. McDonald makes the save. This one goes through the top of the crease. 5 seconds left. They race his Bellegarde, shoots for the empty net, but he misses, and we get an icing call with 1.1 to go. So for all intents and purposes, you can wrap this one up. It's going to be a Wolverine victory. And you get 2 in the third. You look at the Inland Empire schedule after tomorrow. On the 26th, they'll take on Santa Margarita. On the 12th, La Jolla Country Day. That'll end their regular season. So they get the shutout here tonight. 2 teams who can put some goals up. Only managed 2, and both of them go in favor of the Wolverines. They win it 2-0. They get all 3 points in the standings. And currently, that puts them in first place, just 1 point ahead of Central Cathedral in Varsity Division 2. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a little bit. You're watching Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey right here on CIH Media. And then go back. Welcome back to Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey here on CIH Media. Wolverines win it 2-0 here in the first of 2 between these 2 teams this weekend. We'll see them again tomorrow at 1 o'clock over at Anaheim Ice. You can watch it right here on the network as well. Let's get some final stats in this one. Shots on goal by period for Faith Lutheran 4-4-5 for a total of 13. For Inland Empire 11-6-6 for a total of 23. Goals by period, Inland Empire got the only 2 of the game in the third period. Power plays was really the story of the game tonight. Lots of penalties on the board, but neither team able to convert. 0 for 9 for the Crusaders, 0 for 5 for the Wolverines. As a matter of fact, Taruya, who had the first goal of the game and ended up being the game winner, that was short-handed, and that's all they needed in all essence to take this one by a count of 2-0, and that'll take us to our 3 stars of the game. The third star of the game, you got to give it to Joey Bullock. I mean, yeah, he came away with the L here tonight, but in reality, he might have been the best player on the ice. Tough to give him the first star because they did not win the game, but he did stop 21 of 23 and gave his team a chance throughout the night. So give Joey Bullock the third star of the game. Second star of the game, he had a goal and an assist. wrapped it up with that second goal. It was Bowden Loera. He's going to be our number 2 star of the game here tonight for Inland Empire United. Number 1 star, getting that shorthanded eventual game-winning goal, is Trent Taruya, the all-star. He's our number 1 star of the game, picking up his 19th goal of the season. He is far and away the leader on this team, 7 more than Bellegarde, who has 12. That's it for us tonight on CIH Media. You can click on over, watch Central Cathedral and Edison wrap up. That's a Division II battle if you'd like. That game is over on CIH2. A special thanks, as always, to Art Trottier, the Vice President of the Rinks, and to the Commissioner, Matt Blanchard, and Deputy Commissioner Vicky Egger of the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League. For my partner, Ryan Osborne, bringing you the sights and sounds, my name is Eric Pesolano, saying so long from Irvine. Inland Empire United picks up a 2-0 win over Faith Lutheran in the first of 2 games between these 2 teams here this weekend. You've been watching Faith Lutheran Crusaders hockey right here on CIH Media. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, everybody. Bye-bye.